Hello, everybody. I'm Natalie Valens, and welcome back to the Journeys of Success podcast, where we talk to influential women and discuss the impact they've had in the communities around them. We will talk about their career paths, how they got to where they are, and the impacts that they create in the communities they work with. So stay tuned, and they will answer the questions that you have prepared for them. Hello, and welcome to another inspiring episode of our Journeys of Success podcast, created in celebration of International Women's Day. In this series, we spotlight women who are not only leading in their fields, but are also driving meaningful change in the communities and beyond. Today, I'm honored to be joined by Oureratou Ouedraogo, an economist, energy expert, and climate activist, whose work is shaping the future of sustainable development in Africa. She currently serves as the head of economic and financial studies at SONABEL, the national electricity company at Burkina Faso, playing a key role in Burkina Faso's energy strategy. She's also the founder of African Network of Gender Equality and Sustainable Development and the national coordinator of the Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance, leading initiatives that empower women and youth, advocate for climate justice, and influence policy at both the international and national levels. Recognized as a leading voice in environmental and social justice across Africa, Oureratou brings a wealth of experience, passion, and purpose to everything she does. So welcome to our podcast, Oureratou. It's a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you. Good morning, Natalie. Thank you for having me here today.
Of course. Thank you for joining us. So let's begin with the podcast. So we would like the audience to know a little bit about your current work and your leadership role. So as the head of economic and financial studies at SONABEL, what are your primary responsibilities and how do you contribute to Burkina Faso's energy strategy?
Okay, thank you so much, Natalie, for this question. But before to go to the question, I would like to introduce more about myself and to maybe let you know my key driver. So I come from a patriarchal community in Burkina Faso, Mosi people. So my mother used to have only girls that was not welcome in my community, and she used to really suffer from it. So whatever I'm doing, it's a combat, like it's a fight for me. So this is my strength, and this helped me to keep pushing whatever I'm doing. So coming to your question, yes, I'm the head of the economic and financial studies at SONABEL. SONABEL is the national utility of Burkina Faso. And my work in SONABEL is to give advice to the governors on how to invest. So it's basically about doing financial and economic studies of investment projects, in order to find the best way to do investment and to increase the electrification rate of my country. As you may know, in my country, the electrification rate is still very low. It's 29.26% on 2022. Yeah, so 23. So you can see that it's still very low at the 21st century. And if you look deeply into it, we have a huge disparity between the rural and the urban area. So the rural area is still very low, it's 5%. And my fight in SONABEL is to help the country reach a good electrification rate, and also to let women and those who really need this electricity to have it. So it's basically about all those things. And also in my department, we have the SONABEL financial model that we use to guide the decision making. in terms of investment, whatever investment we want to do. So this is basically what I'm doing. And also I contribute to the elaboration of national electrification policy and strategy as well. Because basically I am economist planner by training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, thank you so much. I also wanted to understand a little bit that because you also serve as a national coordinator of the Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance, right? So now what do you do in this role? How does it connect you to your broader mission on what you want to achieve?
Thank you for that question again. My work at Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance is due to my passion about environmental issue, climate change issue, and also for me to stand for African climate justice. When we look deeply, African did not contribute a lot for emission, but it's bear the most adverse impact of climate change. And due to the poverty of population, it's quite difficult to adapt. So when I want to tell you a little story.
Yes,
a woman,
please.
a woman in my community. So, the man, they just give whatever they have, and it's up to the women to find the supply in order to give food to the children and take care of the family. So this guy, he just gave like 500 CFA francs. So this is almost $1 to that woman for her to cook that day. And she has to buy firewood because the most energy used in my country is still firewood and charcoal for cooking. Yeah, and she have to buy it. She has to buy grocery. She has to buy whatever with that money. And that day she failed to buy her firewood because it's become very expensive.
Yeah.
Because all the forests, we don't have forest near. People have to travel for long to look for those firewood, and then so in the city it's really expensive. So she just go near and she stole the firewood of her neighbor, and the neighbor complained, and it was not interesting. When I heard that story, it's called upon me to stand and to fight for women in my community who are the most impacted by climate change. And it seemed like nothing is done for them. We can see a lot of projects coming through, but if you look at deeply, it's always already men that are guiding those projects. So commonly we say that whatever you want to do for me without me, it can't be for my good. So what I want in my community is to capacitate those women and to advocate for them to be part of decision making. Yeah. Because I believe that it's only through this way that we can really address the women need the women need in order to adapt and to build resilience on climate change. So it starts since 2015 after the COP of Paris. Yeah, my comrades and we came together to build this organization called CONAJEC. It was about youth organization on climate change for youth also to be part on the debate and everything. And we organize youth consultation, a lot of things. And this achievement brought us to the COP22 in Morocco. And when we attended COP22, I figured out that there were one organization in Africa that tried to gather other CSOs in order to raise the voice, the power of voices. Because if you are alone and you speak, it can't be loud. So I went to see the leaders of PACJA, Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance, and I asked them if they are represented in Burkina, and they say no, not yet. They are not in Burkina, and I say, can I also gather the Burkina Faso CSOs to represent PACJA for us also to be part of this movement? And they say yes. And it's the story start like this. And I joined the movement. And in Burkina also, I call upon those youth, those leaders of organization, and we build together the Burkina Faso PACJA platform that I am coordinating today. Yeah, and having on mind that my fight is for the well-being of women, I also applied for a program to increase my level on gender equality, because in order to act, in order to succeed on whatever you want to do, you have to have the right knowledge, the right capacity. And I heard about this program called UN Guest. It's United Nations Gender Equality and Studies Program. And as you know, in my country, we are French-speaking country. And it's because of my passion to learn. So I gave my chance to teach myself English, to practice, and then to not be limited by what I don't have. So you can notice that my English is not too perfect, but
your English is perfect.
I'm still trying to improve it. Yeah, so I applied for the program called UN Guest, and I went to Iceland. I learned about gender equality, how to really understand and how to mainstream gender in policy, in program, how to take into account women or those who are really impacted by climate change. And then, so this also, when I came back in Burkina Faso, I decided to launch an NGO, an organization called African Network on Gender Equality and Sustainable Development. And through this organization, we build capacity of other CSOs on how to mainstream gender in their work, because it's really important. It's really important. For me, when we talk about climate injustice, it's really related to women and youth in my country. They are not, they really contribute less, and they are the one who bear the most, the impact, and they are not part of decision making. So my fight is for them to get the right knowledge in order to speak for themselves, to stand for their community, be part of decision making. And the other side, to have the right knowledge to gather climate finance as well, to build their resilience and their adaptation capacity. So PACJA, Pan-African Climate Justice, it's mostly about fighting for African climate justice. And for me, the only path to achieve African climate justice is to let those who are the most impacted, like women and youth, be at the center of decision making. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing it. And it's very interesting because usually when we talk about climate justice or gender equality, these are addressed as two different topics, right? But really, by sharing your experience and, how you link them, and you talk about how the most vulnerable population is the one that's, the most affected, and how you include them in the initiative is really motivating. So thank you for sharing that and for bringing this topic into light. I wanted to address now a little bit about your experience in, your whole project. What would you say is the biggest challenge that you faced since you started your career, particularly as a woman in leadership, and how did you address them or overcome them?
This is a really interesting question, but because as you may know, the both sector where I am in, like energy and climate change, is mostly male-dominated sector in my country and mostly in Africa. So being aware of it, I have to work twice because as a woman in Africa, I have two duties: working, I have my duties at work, and I have my duties at home. So I am aware of it. So if you are aware of something, it's not anymore a problem or for you, you take it like a data, and you have to organize yourself. You have to work maybe twice because you have to, because being a woman, you don't have the right to fail. Like if you are part of something, let's say if you are part of mostly the CSO organization, when people see women in front and they fight, if you don't have the right, if you don't have the knowledge, it will be misinterpreted.
Yes.
Because people like women sometimes they are being used. If you don't want to be used in the wrong way, you have to have the knowledge, and you have to have technical knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what you will experience a lot of fight. You will experience a lot of people trying to put you down, but you just have to be strong, to stay strong, and to keep moving, to have evidence. Whatever you are doing, speak with evidence, speak with technical, scientific knowledge. Yes. For example, I want to, when I came to SONABEL, it's true that my training, my education knowledge, it was economics. But as you know, economics is broader, and SONABEL deal with energy. So when I came, I had to find knowledge in energy in order to apply my economic knowledge for me to fulfill my duty. So I started to, if you are women and you work with men in Africa, like if you come, they see like our work is not going to move because she's going to say that today my children is sick, or I am pregnant, or I'm whatever. So you have to take those information and not let them affect whatever you have to do. You don't have to wait for them to give you the right knowledge. You have to know yourself, to know your capacity, and to know where you need to increase, where you need to reinforce. Yeah. And when I came, I saw that here we use a lot of modelization and a lot of Excel and all those things. So I start to look for training in financial model, how to run financial model, how to build financial model based on energy sector. And I applied for this training called it was launched by CCG, and the university is at Trieste, ICTP. and I succeed to participate to be part of the program, and I took a training called FinPlan. FinPlan is a financial tool, financial modelization tool. Like if you want to invest in the energy sector and you want to know if it's good, what you want to do, it's good financially or not. It's a model that can, yeah. So I went, I did training. I also read a lot of studies for me to have the knowledge and to have the tool. Yeah, and in the environmental space, this is about voluntary. So it's my free time I give to that, my weekend, and also my leave time. I work for it, and also for climate change. I keep read every year. I attend COP, so I build my capacity in order to work. And I want to tell you one story that is not a lot of it's not, but I truly learn from that. I was part of project development. The project name is AACG, African Activists for Climate Justice, and it's within the space of PACJA. And it's a project run by a consortium of 5 organizations where PACJA is leading the project. And in Burkina Faso, when we were writing the project, it was they told me to gather other CSOs for us to develop the project, and we developed the project. When we developed the project, at the beginning, when we was writing the project, no one shows really faith and interest on the project, because it was that part you have to work a lot. Yeah. So after, when the project was agreed, we get the fund, the fight start with the men. Yeah. And it was really difficult for me. It was really difficult. And, yeah, whatever you want to do, you have to write, you have to speak. It was, oh my God. So what I want to tell you, that in Africa, mostly in my country, people, they want maybe women to be part, but there are some, they don't want women to guide them, to lead them. Yeah, so it's the fight we are, but we can only win this fight if we have the right knowledge. If we can make a significant proof, then we can convince people that being a woman is not a weakness, but we can also contribute and we can also do things better. Yeah, so at the launch of the project, when I took, we present things, and it was really appreciated. But I think nowadays it's mostly accepted in the project area. Yeah.
And now, looking ahead, how do you see the role of women evolving in the field of energy or climate activism? Do you see that now potentially in the near future there will be new opportunities for women leaders?
Yeah, exactly. In the future, we have new opportunities for women leaders. And when I was starting, we were not a lot of women part of the movement, but nowadays we through the advocacy and whatever other organization, and as we are doing, it's helped to create a space for those women. So today in my country, if you are a woman and you can show that you can do the work, you are not going to be discriminated because you are women. So nowadays, things are changing. We have a lot of opportunities. We have a lot of institutions. When they came, they say that this one, we need a women. So women have to be ready. They have to prepare themselves. They have to work in order to wait for those opportunities, because there are some opportunities that can come, and they can't find women if they are not ready. So women don't have just to say that it's quite difficult, so they want to stay back. No. They just have to continue. Whatever you are a woman, if you have, you dream for something, go for your dream. Work. If you have the right knowledge, no one can push you back, because you can do the work. Yeah, you can do the work. So every time people call me for training on activities, and then it's because they can find that I have some knowledge they need. So you don't have to just sit. The bad thing is not like to take the fact that you are a woman as a strength, thinking that because I'm a woman, they are going to give me. Even if you get this because you are a woman, if you don't work hard to show a good result, you will fail, and it's not good. You just have to work hard and to merit whatever they give you to do. So we have a lot of opportunities in energy space, like what they call it, renewable energy sector, in the rural area. Like if you take a country of like Burkina Faso, the rural electrification is almost 7%. It's still low. So it's mean that a lot has to be done. And the population of Burkina Faso are mostly composed by women and youth. So this is a youth opportunity for them to get the right knowledge in order to take this opportunity and to contribute to the rural electrification of the country. Yeah.
And to add to this, what would you say are your long-term goals for your work at SONABEL or with organizations like the African Network of Gender Equality and Sustainable Development or the Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance? What would you like to have achieved?
Okay, thank you so much. My long-term goal in SONABEL for the energy sector is to really see a Burkina Faso where everybody has access to cheap electricity, and also to see in Burkina Faso a lot of industry, because energy is accessible and cheap and not expensive, because we have a lot of natural resources that is processing sell raw material without any process, without any value added on it. And it's this way it can't help population community. I'm sure that energy is the key component of sustainable development goal. If we want to reach the sustainable development goal, then we have to give to population affordable electricity. My long-term goal is to help the country to have both rural and urban good electrification rate and electricity that is not expensive, because nowadays our electricity price is among the most expensive one in the region. Yeah. For the organization African Network on Gender Equality, my goal is to see a Burkina Faso where women, men, and young are sit together to take decision, to build strongly the community, and also together they are part of opportunities related to climate justice or environmental matter. And for climate justice, for PACJA, my goal is to see a Burkina Faso or Africa who really everybody come together to mainstream climate justice in every policy, and where women, youth, and men, they live in a friendly environmental manner, where we protect environment, and where everybody is part of decision making, and where everybody get the climate finance opportunity to build their resilience and their adaptation capacity. I really dream about a world of justice. Yeah, a world where we work together for the well-being of our community. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Oureratou, for such a thoughtful and powerful conversation. Your dedication to climate justice, gender equality, and sustainable development is really inspiring, but it's also a call to action. So, thank you for taking the time to join us on the Journeys of Success podcast. It was really a pleasure speaking to you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you to all the team. What I want to say, if you are a girl, you are a woman, and you have a dream, work for it, fight for it, and you will see that nothing is impossible in nowadays. Every door are open. You just have to find the right knowledge. You just have to really love what you are doing and do it for your all joy. Like you are, if you do it, you are really happy, and for the well-being of your community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.